What up, though, Ledge here, chill with me. Here to talk about something that's battle rap related, kinda, sorta. Only because somebody very important in the battle rap culture spoke upon it. Something I wanted to touch on maybe a few days ago, but things happen. Just wasn't able to. But I can talk about it now. He went live, and I'm talking about ARP figurehead, one of the head honchos over at Rare Breed Entertainment. Talked about a very hot topic through social media, which was the debate on The Wire versus Snowfall, which is an unfair debate. I agree with him and disagree with him to a certain extent, so I'm gonna touch on that. Um, First of all, I do want to say this is put this there for what it's worth. I wasn't one of those kids who was watching The Wire in his stages of it being live aired on HBO. One, I don't even think I know we had cable, but I don't even think we had HBO. I could be tripping. So that's one. But two, I was what maybe anywhere between 17 to my early 20s, and if you were my age in Detroit, we were either outside hooping, even if it was a fall series, we were hooping indoors as well because we had connection to people who had keys to the gym. So we were hooping no matter what during that time at night, either obviously over a young lady's houses, parties, and things like that, or we were just like, watching something else. For us, we were if it wasn't sports, athletics, or sitcoms, because a lot of us just man from the hood, we just wanted to laugh and take our mind off some shit. Like last thing I was thinking about, let me watch more killing and drug dealing shit. All right, we was kind of already experiencing that. So that's the last thing I was doing. So maybe I'm desensitized from it. I don't have that nostalgic feeling like everybody else did. I binge watched it recently, not recently, but a year or two ago. Like all the way through twice. Binge watched all 5 seasons twice, and I love it. I do love The Wire, and it's definitely better than Snowfall. But ARP was a bit disrespectful. He said like if The Wire's a 10, Snowfall is a 5. He also was real disrespectful to Franklin. Like Franklin running $1 million opera. Come on now. First of all, I think you probably would have did yourself justice waiting on watching all of Snowfall. Not to compare if it was better than The Wire, because it's not. But giving you maybe a better appreciation for one, Franklin's role, and just to the show as a whole. Because what I will say, being the guy who watched Snowfall from the beginning, it gets better each season. And I believe you said something to the effects that you are on the end of season 2, so like the beginning of season 3. No lie, I'm not just saying this, but the back half of season 3 and all of this season is the best Snowfall. Like the back half of season, so you're hitting the prime stretch of Snowfall. So I wish you would have waited before you came out and talked about it, but it wouldn't have mattered. It's still because their season is next season. That's their fifth season. The Wire was 5 seasons, so it's already behind, and their fifth season is their last season. So it's never going to be as good as The Wire for a plethora of reasons that you already alluded to. My biggest takeaway is that my favorite show is Game of Thrones for similar reasons, even though they're totally different shows. One being that they dealing with so many characters that they're trying to highlight, and they hit a home run with damn near most of them, and that's so hard to do. It's easier when it's a small amount of cast characters, that you have to focus on for the show. It's much easier to get those across. But you're talking about secondary, uh, third level importance roles here, and they're knocking those out of the park too, kind of like Game of Thrones. So the respect level got to go to the people that are casting. We don't give that staff enough credit. People that are casting these characters, these actors and actresses, kudos. All right, but the advantages of The Wire is it had a blank canvas. Let's be honest, it had a blank canvas. It's like this is the show's gonna be called The Wire, and we're gonna talk about everything that happens that can damage a community, that can set shit back. right? From the greed and corruption of the politicians and the government to the shipping of the human trafficking, also importing and exporting drugs, the school systems, how they function, how kids suffer from certain school systems, how they suffer from, unfit homes and environments, how that translates into their demise. Like they had so much, whereas Snowfall has to follow a guideline, which is set it back because they have to attack a certain reference and base. They have to talk about what's going on in the 80s, the beginning stages of people really losing their shit off of cocaine and other hard drugs. And Franklin's role is loosely based off of somebody in real life. So you don't want to stray too far from that person's life. So you're not going to have a blank canvas where you had the freedom to create such great content. So I feel like it's really unfair, even just from a script writing standpoint. They're two different shows with two different objectives, really. Even though there's similarities in, certain aspects of the drug game and the government and things like that. The writing had to take a whole different approach from The Wire to Snowfall. So I think it's different. I think Snowfall is a really dope show. Again, I would advise ARP or anybody who's just now starting to watch Snowfall, get to the end of season 3, start watching season 4, then you can make your assessment. But calling it a 5 is just, nah, we can't do that. I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that, brother. So yeah, I do still think The Wire is a great show. Again, I'm not as emotionally attached to it as those who watched and experienced it. I watched it and I was like, oh, this show was good. This is a hell of a show. Really great. Best show of all time for me? No. But I respect those who got it as that. So, yeah, that's it, man. But just take to account that you're dealing with different circumstances when you're talking about Snowfall, all right? So we got to keep that in mind. But enjoy all these shows the same. I'm done. That's it. Salute to everybody that will be watching this. Leave your comments below. And as always, keep it battle rap. Peace. Love.